Del Mar College and the Student Success Center present Empowering the Student. Hello, in this installment of Empowering the Student, the science of note-taking, research shows that the average teacher speaks about 3 words per second.
The U.S. system of government was established in 1787.
The average student can write about 1 word every 3 seconds.
It was to create
a national government that was both fair and strong, but not too strong. This led to the creation
So, if you're trying to write down every word your professor says about how the U.S. government was established, you're going to fall behind and you probably won't remember a thing. Studies over the years have shown that people who take notes remember the material better than those who don't. A 1970 study by developmental psychologist Michael Howe of the University of Exeter in England found that students who take good notes are 7 times more likely to remember facts 1 week after hearing them if they took notes. Unfortunately, most of us do not know how to take good notes. For one reason or another, when a professor starts talking, most of us try to write down every word the professor says. This is not note-taking. This is just a slow human recorder that can only record about 1 out of every 10 words. Taking good notes is an important skill in and out of the classroom. It can make the difference between passing or failing a test, or getting a promotion at work. In this workshop, we bring a brief overview of 4 note-taking methods that can help you learn while you take notes. Let's get started. The first method is the outline method. The outline method is based on hierarchy and bullet points. For example, if you are listening to a lecture on the 3 branches of government, your outline might look something like this. Roman numeral 1 would be the 3 branches of the U.S. government. A, below Roman numeral 1 and tabbed slightly to the right would be the executive branch. B would be the legislative branch. And C, below that, would be the judicial branch. Under the executive branch, you could have your number 1, which would be the President of the United States. Number 2 would be the Vice President. 3 could be approves laws. Under B, you have the 2 houses of Congress. 1 would be the Senate. 2 would be the House of Representatives. 3 make laws. Under C, your number 1 could be the U.S. Supreme Court. 2 could be the U.S. Court of Appeals. 3 could be lower level district courts. That is the outline method of note-taking. The next method of note-taking is the Cornell note-taking method. The biggest advantage to the Cornell method is that it helps you study while you are taking your notes. Let's take a closer look. Begin by dividing your paper into 4 sections. Leave 1 or 2 lines across the top of the page, 4 or 5 lines across the bottom of the page, and a cue section and a note-taking section in the heart of the page. As your professor lectures, write down keywords and phrases on the note-taking section. You can even use the outline method we just discussed in this section if you like. You can also use this space to draw pictures, graphs, etc. After class, as soon as possible after class, this is where learn as you take notes comes in. Review your notes and write main points or keywords in the cue section of the page. When you have queued up your page of notes, summarize what you learned in this section. You can also write questions you want to ask during the next class day or meanings of new words you learned. You do your studying while you pull out cues and summarize. This is the main purpose of Cornell note-taking. The next method is the Mindmap Method. This is the fun method of note-taking because it almost feels like you're drawing, coloring, or doodling. And who doesn't like to doodle? For example, if you're learning about the 3 branches of the U.S. government, begin with a circle in the middle of a blank page. In the center circle, you could write 3 branches of government. Branching out from the center circle would be your executive branch, legislative branch, and the judicial branch. From the executive branch, you could have the president, the vice president, the cabinet. From the legislative branch, you could have the Senate, the House of Representatives. The judicial branch would have the U.S. Supreme Court, the U.S. Court of Appeals, and the district courts. You could go back up and add that the House of Representatives creates laws, but the president can veto a law. But the House of Representatives can override vetoes with 2/3 votes, and on and on and on. We call the last method of note-taking the write on the slides method. The advantage to this method is that a lot of writing has already been done for you. The disadvantage is that not all professors make their PowerPoint slides available to their students. But if you have them available, you can print them out. Once you have your slides in hand, you're ready for your professor's lecture. These are just some tips that can help you take better notes during class lectures. Remember, the point is to study smarter, not harder. So try these methods out and see which one works best for you. For more tips and techniques on how to have a successful college career, stop by the Student Success Center. Stay tuned to this channel for future videos on empowering the student. If you start today, you may find yourself walking out from a test a bit more confident.